This happened to me. This is from the days when I used to live back home. I used to live in Karachi, Pakistan, but now moved to UK. We used live very close to a CID, Police Investigation Department, aka Pakistani FBI building, which we all were unaware of and always thought it was just an ordinary government building till on the 11th of November 2010. On that day, around evening time coming home from work, I thought I better hit the gym. Because they had a sauna, and after being tired from all-day work that sounded like a good idea, which was hardly zero point 0.3 miles away, so I decided to walk to the gym. I change quickly and leave for the gym and start walking towards the gym. I've hardly walked like 10 minutes, and I'm zero point 0.1 miles away, roughly, and all of a sudden, for a nanosecond, I feel that ground is shaking, and the next thing I hear is a loudest bang I've ever heard, followed by a pressure kick into my chest. Now, to let you guys know, both the ears started bleeding because the bang was so loud. And for the reference, the kick in the chest was as bad as Big Show wearing military boots and kicking you in the chest straight with full force. Next thing, I'm on the ground covering my ears because they are in agony and covered in dirt trying to figure out what's happening. As I am trying to figure out, I can see all the cars' alarms have gone off. Anything made up of glass has been shattered in roughly 1 to 2 miles area. I'm still trying to figure out what has happened, and I start smelling gunpowder, and as if someone is making a BBQ and is being burnt. I will always remember that smell, which was something unsettling. Next things, rock and dust particles starts landing on me and the surrounding areas, which had 1 to 1.5 inches long of pieces of human skin and flesh. I am not believing that I have another human skin piece stuck to my arm. I brush up my clothes and arms, getting up and covering my ear, recovering from that pressure kick. As I move closer to a spot in a street where I am hearing loads of people screaming and crying, I see a few 3 to 5 foot cracks between some walls of the building, which have been destroyed by the shockwave of the bang. I see the gap between a wall and move into the area where I see these scenes straight from a Hollywood movie where people are crying, cars on fire and dead bodies on the ground. By this time, I'm thinking it's a bomb blast, and that's what has happened. As I move closer, I see a 10-foot and 30-foot wide crater, which has been filled with the water, and the building, which was a CID building, is no longer there. There are hundreds of people lying on the ground crying for help, as some of them don't even have legs or limbs, or some don't have their complete bottom. I am still in a state of shock, looking around, and I see a woman crying and hitting herself because she had her husband dead, whose legs and torso was missing. I seen that later. I see several people without legs, brains out and no limbs. One thing, which haunted me for sure, was a 18 to 20-year-old guy who was dead and lying on the floor towards his chest on the floor, with his neck turned towards me. I can still remember him looking straight into my eyes. His feet were flipped the other way around. After the police arrived and media arrived, I came back home after it got crowded. After I came home after the dusk every day, I would see that 18 to 20-year-old boy standing and staring into my eyes. I would wake up screaming throughout the night and see that guy standing at the doorway just staring at me. For 2 to 3 weeks, I would see this guy regularly during midnight, standing in my hallway, staring through my soul. I still remember that guy's face, and the shockwave, and the sound of the blast. P.S. To this day, even the slightest bang or even a loud music drops freaks me out sometimes, reminding me of that shockwave. I'm married, so sometimes I tell my wife that the bang just reminded me of the shockwave I witnessed in this accident. I don't tell her, but inside my heart, I pray secretly that God don't ever put anyone through that, even in their wildest dreams.